Has it ever happened to you that while watching a movie in the theatre, your view was suddenly blocked by the head of the tall man in the front seat? Have you ever wondered how a small head can obstruct your view of a 70 feet wide screen? This is very similar to a phenomenon in nature. Did you know that during solar eclipse, the small moon can sometimes completely block out our view of the largest star, the sun? Let's find out how. We know that the moon revolves around the earth. Sometimes, on its journey around the earth, the moon comes between the earth and sun. When the sun, the moon and the earth are in a straight line, with the moon between the sun and the earth, it blocks the view of the sun from the earth. The moon's shadow then falls on the earth's surface. This phenomenon is called a solar eclipse. A solar eclipse only happens during the new moon phase. Since the moon is smaller in size than the earth, the shadow it casts covers just a part of the earth. The moon's shadow falls on the earth in two ways. One part is the full shadow of the moon, also known as the umbra. It falls on a very small area of the earth. When viewed from this area on the earth, the sun looks completely blocked out or dark. The other part of the shadow of the moon is the faint outer shadow, also known as the penumbra. This shadow covers a larger area of the earth. When seen from this area on the earth, the sun looks partially blocked out or partly dark, while a brighter part of the sun still remains visible. Since the moon is relatively small, its shadow does not fall on the whole earth. So what happens to those places that do not come under the moon's shadow? Well, they do not experience any eclipse at all. Depending on the part of the sun visible from the earth, solar eclipses are of four types. During total solar eclipse, the moon almost covers the whole view of the sun from certain places on the earth. This is when the moon is at its perigee or closest to the earth in its orbit. Although it is daytime, all that we can see is a large black disk where the sun was, with only the sun's bright atmosphere or corona visible to us. During annular solar eclipse, the moon blocks almost the whole view of the sun from Earth. In this stage, the sun looks like a very bright golden ring. At this time, the moon is on its apogee position, that is, farthest from the Earth. During the annular solar eclipse, only the bright rim of the sun is visible to us as a golden ring. A hybrid solar eclipse is a combination of both the total and annular solar eclipse. In this type of eclipse, some parts of the Earth experience a total eclipse, while other parts see an annular eclipse. Hybrid solar eclipses are quite rare. Partial solar eclipse is visible from the areas of the Earth where the moon casts its penumbra shadow. During partial solar eclipse, only a part of the sun is hidden by the moon. Thus we see only a slice or half of the sun blackened out, depending on where we are viewing it from the Earth's surface. You may be wondering how the moon blocks the sun, which is 400 times larger than itself. Well, that's because the moon might be small, but it is almost 400 times nearer to the earth than the sun. In effect, because of its proximity to earth, the comparatively small moon can triumphantly block out even the largest star from our view from time to time.